In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. O seekers of truth, look upon the state of the world today. How strange it is that man, though surrounded by wonders, remains heedless of the one who created them. Though knowledge has multiplied and spread far beyond the bounds of what was known in my time, it has too often become a veil, blinding the heart rather than awakening it. Let us reflect deeply upon these matters, for what is knowledge that does not bring man closer to his Creator? It is a mere adornment, like the glitter of the world, bright but empty. Consider the dominance of wealth and the feverish pursuit of it. In my time I observed scholars and rulers alike who chased after worldly gain, but today this sickness has spread to every soul. Many have made gold and silver their true objects of worship, convinced that by accumulating more they may find satisfaction. Yet has man not learned that a fire only grows the more fuel it is given? The greed of the soul is like this. It is a thirst that only deepens with drinking, save by the waters of true remembrance of Allah. Wealth in itself is not evil, but it is only blessed when held lightly, when spent in service to others, when it aids the soul to draw near to its Lord. Now let us turn to the matter of belief itself, for I see with sorrow that many hearts have turned away from faith, embracing atheism and denying the reality of the unseen. They say that the intellect is enough, that there is no need for God. In this they misunderstand the very nature of the intellect, for the mind was created to serve as a bridge, not as an idol. Intellect should bring man to humility before the vastness of Allah's signs. But when it becomes arrogant, it strays, just as a sword wielded without knowledge may harm its bearer. Remember, reason alone cannot perceive the divine. It requires a heart that has been polished by worship, softened by compassion, and illumined by sincerity. Reflect also upon this age's philosophies such as socialism and liberalism. Each one claims to offer a path to justice and happiness, yet each in its own way strays from the wisdom of the divine law. Socialism speaks of brotherhood, but without acknowledging Allah, it renders that brotherhood hollow, based only on fleeting earthly ties. Liberalism extols freedom, but without the restraint of divine guidance, freedom becomes captivity to the self. True freedom lies not in the satisfaction of every whim, but in freeing the soul from its lower desires in submission to Allah's will. For the desires of the self, when left unchecked, enslave man more thoroughly than any tyrant. What we see today is a civilization captivated by its own achievements, intoxicated with its own inventions, yet heedless of the purpose for which it was created. The soul has grown distant from its true home. It wanders in strange lands, seeking happiness where it cannot be found. And know, O seeker, that this distance is none other than a consequence of the forgetfulness of Allah. The remedy lies not in further accumulation of wealth, nor in the pursuit of pleasure, nor even in knowledge that is not accompanied by humility. Rather, it lies in turning back to Him, in seeking sincerity, and in purifying the heart of its attachments to all but Him. O people, remember that true knowledge is not mere information. True wealth is not measured by gold. True power is not dominion over others. The richest of hearts is the one that rests in Allah. The wisest of minds is the one that sees the world as a sign pointing back to its Creator. The true journey of the soul is a return, a journey back to its origin, to its beloved. Waste not your days in heedlessness, for each breath is a step on that path. Seek that knowledge which brings you nearer to Allah, for every other path will leave you in the wilderness.